Hi, Tim Vandersloot here. I want to welcome you to the other side of my art room and to something you probably wouldn't suspect to see in a carving workshop. All right, but here it is. It's a CNC router. You might be saying that doesn't look like any CNC router I've seen, but guess what? They come in all shapes and sizes, and the folks over at Inventables contacted me and said, hey, would you like to try out a CNC machine? Tell us what you think and let everybody know. And I said, sure. So they sent me a CNC machine in a great big box of parts, all right, and said, here you go, let's do this. I've always had ideas about what I could do with a CNC machine and carving and implement the technology together, all right? But getting a giant CNC machine with a great big control box and, you know, all the really big stuff just to get started and spending $3,000-$4,000 is something that I really couldn't see investing in right now. But when the folks over at Inventables contacted me and said, hey, check out the Shapeoko 2, I checked it out. And one of the big things about it is it's a real starter, introductory level CNC machine. All right, and so one of the big things about why I decided to say yes to this was because I want to learn how to run a CNC machine. This is called open source, okay? You can buy all these parts separately. You can buy them as a kit. You can expand on it. You can do tons and tons of stuff. In fact, one of the expansions I've already done was upgrade the router that came with the machine, not because I needed to, but because I messed up. All right? It was doing pretty good, but being new at CNC, I messed it up. All right, so I want to take a little bit of time here, go through the process of getting this assembled. Now,
okay, so after opening the box and getting everything out and going through the checklist, making sure everything was present, I started to assemble the Shapeoko 2. Now, one of the best parts about this is the documentation is very thorough. One of the toughest parts about this is because it's open source, there's more than one way to do it, and because there's more than one way to do it, they give options. Now, for someone like me who's completely new at this, I had to make a few extra decisions on how I wanted to do it and which option I thought would be best. And other than having to make a few extra decisions and not having everything spelled out line by line and just having one way to do it, everything was great. All right, so I got onto the document. It's on a document on the website, and I was able to go down the list and start putting everything together. Now, there's a lot to read. There's a lot of documentation. There's a lot of steps, but it's actually a lot of fun. I enjoyed the entire process as I went through it, and I did take my time and got things going. Now, you get into a few different things when working with a CNC machine. You've got to have a CAD program or some way to create a graphic, a CAM program which helps you create the code that tells the CNC what to do, and then you have to have an executable thing. This whole kit is a free open source kind of thing. It uses free software to get going, and everything is really inexpensive, and you can kind of basically decide what you want once you get going and upgrade from there and have a lot of fun. So I went through all the steps here, going through, checking it all out. There's a lot of information. The best thing I could say is definitely take your time and get all the electronics working, the software installed, the drivers and everything else that need to happen with it. Now, one of the biggest things here is there's diagrams like this. Now, to go with the diagrams are okay, but what I really liked is just recently, Shapeoko put out a large video. It's 44 minutes long that goes into seeing the assembly. All right, so you get to actually see everything take place and how it works and move along with it like that. Now, between the video and the documentation, things went really good. Things went really smoothly. I was able to get through each step pretty quickly. Like I said, I wasn't in a hurry, but I was able to put it all together, get it level, and be able to do my first project.
All right, I want to thank the folks over at Inventables for giving me the opportunity to work with the Shapeoko 2 and go through some of the projects in their setup tutorials and everything like that. I think the instructions are really good. Like I said, the benefits of having a video there were enormous, so thank you to them for putting that out. It made it easier for me to go from the diagram to reality and just put it together really quick. All right, so thank you to all my subscribers for subscribing to my channel. This is something that I am going to be integrating with my carving. All right, so there's a lot of like inlay techniques and other cutout stuff, waste removal aspects that a CNC machine can do extremely well. And so as I learn this, I'm going to be incorporating it into my workflow where possible to test things out and see where it shines, because I use power tools already. All right, and that's how I do it. Now, to remove backgrounds and stuff on flat panels, I'm already using a router to do all that mostly. Okay, so having a CNC machine is a router on steroids. So I can just program it and do it, and I can be working on another task, another part of the project while it's doing that. Basically makes me more effective at what I'm doing. All right, so until next time, have fun, be safe, and enjoy all your power carving experiences. Talk to you soon.